Alrighty, it's been too long. I'm back with another Devlog 7 of Lonnie's Fishtank. It has been quite a busy past month with things outside of the game, things with the game kind of shifting in a new direction and stuff like that, but have some very exciting updates to show since my last devlog, whenever that was. So, first and foremost, as you can see, we have a lot of new kind of aesthetics going on with the game now. So, Adrian was very vigilant about UI design these past few weeks, and he provided us with this brand spanking new, basically, what do you call this? Title screen, game title, essentially. And so it's nice and stylized. I think he did a really great job with that. Definitely love the bubbles, and the fish looks great. He also went and found some new typefaces or fonts for us to use, so it's looking a lot more approachable and friendly of a game as opposed to the more Arial-esque typeface that was here last time. So yeah, let's go ahead and hop in and see what else is new. Boom, the game is nice, it's snappy, it's looking good. And as you can see, here we are. I showed off some like sample environments in the past, but what you'll notice is that all of the fish are looking a little bit more lively here. So what's going on is that Adrian also provided us with the dynamic bones asset. And so essentially all these fish now have their fins kind of procedurally animated based on kind of essentially the fish's movements. So this kind of comes in conjunction with the animations that I previewed that Ashley had worked on before. So now we have a decent little set of fish animations going on, and we couple that with the dynamic bones asset so that we could pretty much make the fish look a little bit more, I wouldn't call this natural looking just yet, but more alive, exactly. So we've been looking at Gidget here a little bit. Fins are going back and forth all sorts of ways. Maybe let's check it out on some other fish. So this one's a bit of a larger angelfish. And so we're still kind of in the process of like tweaking some of these fins and making them look the best that they can, but I think right now we've all just kind of enjoyed looking at how it's kind of goofy and set in place here right now. So the angelfish almost look like they have a little bit of a mini mohawk, essentially. Okay, let's see if we can find a lot of angelfish because I think I was debugging them. So here's the triangle fish that we had. And so it's a little bit more stiff, not a lot of fin action going on. The angelfish is really easy to see because its fins are nice and long, but with these other fish, we just have to do a little bit of messing around with the bone placement, which ones we're making dynamic, and how much they're able to kind of move in that range. So here's another triangle turret fish. Okay, here's a pufferfish. Pufferfish are still among my favorite. And so yeah, also a little fins flapping. I think it looks pretty appropriate for the pufferfish here. One other thing that has been a work in progress is some of the new concepts for texturing the fish, essentially. And so Ashley came up with a bunch of cool designs to make these fish look a lot better than the placeholder scales and colors that I have here for testing purposes. So those will be some exciting updates when they come through. I'm very much looking forward to seeing that thrown in here. And so this is the goldfish. And so it doesn't seem like it's fully doing its full animation thing. I might have to show them off separately, but get the idea here. These fins, they're kind of going everywhere. Alrighty, let's check out to see what else is new. So, another thing that Lost worked on was, boom, a brand new menu. Now, this menu is currently in the process of being refined, and we have an actual new version that we're looking to replace this with. But yeah, this is what we have for now. Still have to code in some of like the functionality, like the pointer here. Right now it's just static, but Lost kind of rendered all this stuff. separately, and so I just kind of have to throw it together here and allow the users to be able to interact with it. So again, still very much like placeholder, but it works in much of the same way as that original menu, but it's a lot more fun, I would say, to look at. So that's really exciting. And I think the last major thing that I have to show that's been updated as of the past few weeks is the direction we're taking with the walking scene. So let's go ahead and just click on any old fish here and go to walk fish. Okay, so this is what we're moving towards for the new walking scene. Essentially what's happening here is we have a 2D tile map type of scene that's getting rendered here. And essentially it's going to be, yeah, here is where you'll do more of the planning as opposed to maybe the far out 3D look that I had before just as a placeholder. So definitely we have a lot more updated aesthetics and stuff that Lost worked on. A lot of the tiles here for the buildings and the event blocks that you can run into and have a random type of event that occurs. And then also we have these kind of settings over here that allow you to change the draw mode between draw mode and erase mode. So I'll just go ahead and do this as a sample. It works very much in the same way as our original walk scene, but this time it's just based on 2D and with tile maps. So this more grid-based approach. And so there's definitely a lot more refining to do here, but this just shows where we're going, the direction that we're going at in the short term. And so in the coming weeks, I'll be working pretty closely with Adrian to update a lot of the functionality, test out some of the upcoming events that we're planning on throwing into this scene, and yeah, just refining it and making it look as best as it can. And so I think that pretty much wraps it up. I think I'll go ahead and try to show some of whatever I might have missed, but yeah, we are very excited to be kind of full steam ahead on this project. We have some potential new people coming in to help us with some conceptual art, concept art, and things of that nature, 2D type of aesthetic. And yeah, it's looking really, really promising and hopeful in the near future for Lonnies Fishtank. So I'm excited to continue working and happy to be back on track now. Alrighty, take two. I just wanted to show off a little bit of the animations that Ashley came up with. I know it was a little bit harder to see before, so now I have pretty much blown up sushi here, and it'll be much easier. So currently, this is the nom nom animation. So this is what we imagine the fish will be doing when there's food in the tank and they're scurrying after it. And let's see, the next one is big head wiggle. So very much just the classic like swim. It's very subtle, you can't notice it too much, but that's that one. And then there's the breathing wiggle. Yeah, I think the fish are just so animated right now, so that's why it's hard to see the subtle animations. Small head wiggle is here, but I think the one that'll definitely be visible is flop. So this is going to be what we had in mind for the fish walking scene. So very fun, as you can see, just kind of flopping up and down. And so this will be essentially the jolly fish walking through the neighborhood with its leash, doing this little flop. As you can tell, he's the happiest fish in the tank right now. Okay, I think that'll be it.